export trade has existed ever since men recognized the need to look for an option resources to fulfill his needs. From early men trading skins and salt with neighboring tribes to Marco Polo bringing spices and technology from the Far East to the Western world, to modern conglomerates trading millions of dollars on the stock exchange. Trade has been an essential part of our lives. Countries exchange in trade for many reasons. These include product availability, competitive price, and product image. But for the goods to reach the customer, they must go through the import or export process and pass through the hands of different players along the way. The word import comes from the medieval Latin importer, which means to bring in, which in exchange is done when goods are brought in from a foreign country. The export is the process by which goods are shipped from one country to another. There are two main methods of export: direct and indirect exporting. In direct exporting, the manufacturer, assembler, or processor of an exported good is in charge of the entire marketing and distribution of the product and sells directly to companies known as direct merchants in the foreign market. The direct merchants they sell these goods on their domestic market. These merchants usually offer complementary services such as maintenance, spare parts, and technical support to their customers. However, a cheaper and less risky export route is through indirect export where the manufacturer hires a local agent to find and deliver its goods to buyers abroad. An example of indirect exporting is through an export management company (EMC), which handles trade for a domestic company which wants to sell its product abroad. The EMC hires the dealers, distributors, and representatives, manages the advertising, marketing, and promotion of the product, oversees marketing and packaging, and arranges the shipping. An export management company can specialize in one type of product, foreign market of goods, and is usually paid by commission, salary, or a retainer plus commission. Another type of indirect trading, again, is the export trading company (EH), which looks for potential buyers by identifying the needs of the foreign market and the supplying domestic sources willing to fill this need. It can either take title to the goods or work on a commission basis. An import or export company, on the other hand, purchases goods directly from a domestic or international client and packs, ships, and resells the goods. There are also a number of intermediary players. For example, an import-export agent is one who rarely invests capital in inventory or deals in the merchandise, product, or service directly. Instead, this agent acts as an intermediary between manufacturers and distributors in one country and buyers in another, finding the appropriate market for the goods, making a solid connection, and solidifying a business relationship between both parties. They are paid a commission which is usually 10% of the transaction. Manufacturers may also decide to have their own representative who is an expert in the particular industry and can give technical support. The specialization might differentiate from the sales representative who simply promotes the product and passes the sale to the seller. A distributor buys the imported product and sells it to others for further distribution to the buying public. Finally, there is the retailer who then sells the merchandise to the customer. There are many different kits of against involved in the import and export trade, and the best type would depend on the needs and capabilities of the manufacturer who wishes to pledge his product on an international market. From export management companies to individual sales representatives, there is a group of qualified individuals able to help in this process.